G'day, I'm Reg,
I'm Sam.
and we are S.A.R. Adventures.
Good morning, everybody.
Hey.
It's the 6th of March today, and we are at Lake Cave, which is about 20 minutes, well, 15 minutes out of town of Margaret River. About.
Yeah.
And
nice drive.
it's one of two major caves, I suppose, and then I think there's like four here. 4 caves in the Margaret River area, and then there's another cave down at Augusta, which we went to last week. But yeah, so we obviously are not checking them all out, but this one is supposed to be spectacular, so...
Yeah, and it's like the cave that we did down at Augusta, which was the Jewel cave, which like everybody has said that's the pick of them all. $25 per adult, just like great priced. And it was a really good tour, went for an hour. This one goes for an hour.
Yeah, so this one has a lake in it, so that's pretty exciting. Can't wait to see that. And then later on today we're heading up to Bustleton to do the jetty and the aquarium. So we'll see you inside the cave.
Bye-bye.
What is 70 metres? And so originally this was a cave as well.
Okay.
And what's happened, we're not quite sure when, but people ask me, I do say tens of thousands of years ago. This is a cave, and what's happened is that it collapsed and became a sinkhole, but allows us access to the smaller cave, Lake Cave.
Yeah, like wax. Yeah, do you want to take the camera? I want to take a photo. He's in a nose, I swear.
We could probably get like all this on the way back out.
I'll keep going if you want.
Now our tour guide, like, wow, he's in a hurry, he's gone. We've only just got here. Hey?
Let's look at that like musty smell, moldy smell.
Yeah. Rest points. Holy bunbuns.
Hey?
I said holy bunbuns. We're going down again.
An actual retaining wall, stopping all these rocks and boulders and other stuff from slipping into the cave. So we're actually very grateful for the job that it does. People ask me that. Look, I'm not a geophysicist, but we do have people come out from some sort of regulatory authorities once a year, and it's still good.
Okay. Wow. Steep and narrow. Oh. Probably because of the condensation in the dew and that. Yeah, because the steps are all wet too. Yeah. Hey? Yeah, don't matter. Oh, sweet.
So, folks, welcome to the floor of Lake Cave. Let me tell you, you're in the bowels of the deepest and most active of the show caves along the natural Sluin Ridge. And that's what we've got. We've got this big limestone ridge, folks. That's why there's so many caves along here between Cape Naturals and Cape Lewin. Got this limestone ridge there. Limestone, very porous, very susceptible through to the creation of caves through the action of erosion, rainfall, weathering. Walkway here is very stable. There's also got a handrail here on your left hand side.
You okay? No.
Now over here, folks, to your right there, it's our suspended table.
So cool.
Yeah.
Made up of two columns attached to the ceiling of the cave. And attached to the base of the columns is a tabletop. And yep, curious people such as yourself, sir, you check underneath between the other side of the tabletop, surface level of water, you will see a clear and present gap there. It's very much suspended. And folks, this is the largest of its type in a known limestone cave in the world. Estimated mass, 3.8 tonnes. Now let's move on here to a second of our mythical cave creatures here, looming over our shoulders in a rather imposing fashion.
Snake.
You're on the right track.
Dragon.
Yes, dragon, yes.
Okay, yeah, righto.
Yeah, think Game of Thrones. This is our cave dragon. Does a little bit more sleeping than flying, this one. So folks, this is the most active part of the cave. Because it is the most active part of the cave, we've got more water coming through the ceiling here than just about anywhere else. We call it the wishing well section. I'll introduce you to the wishing well very shortly. But the vehicle for doing most of the dripping of this water is this called array of what we call straws above us. Now we call them straws because they are a lot like our human-made straws of paper and plastic. As you can see, made of calcite of course, but they are long, narrow and hollow. And they do a similar job to what we use straws for, which is generally to transfer liquids from containers into our digestive systems. These straws, they transfer calcium-rich water droplets from the ceiling of the cave to the tips of the straws. Just going to talk to this one here, which we call our brain coral piece. Very similar to the brain coral that you find in the ocean. Remarkably similar, in fact. And folks, this is the wishing well here, up on top. And it's a new little feature that's been created in this brain coral by the super dripper above it. Little stalactite dripping a slightly acidic water that I was telling you about onto the head of the brain coral. And in doing it, it's furrowing out this new feature.
Is the water drinkable?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
When I say it's slightly acidic, I'm just talking about like the pH scale.
Yep.
Alkaline and acids, just slightly acidic. And really, when the water in the crystallization process, the carbon dioxide actually gets expelled, and that sort of allows the calcium that's in the droplets to sort of crystallize.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So it's furrowing out this new feature that we nickname our our wishing well, but it's actually his formal name is a Rimstone Pool or Dam. I prefer to use the term pool. And of course, coming from Queensland, you've got them over there, so we better show you ours over here. So here's our crayfish crocodile.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah. In the States, you have alligators. You don't have crocodiles. And I think crocodiles are a little bit fiercer than alligators. But there you go. There's our cave crocodile. Just waiting for its morning feed. Yeah. Folks, make yourself at home here. But you've
Is it wet?
traversed the full 82 metre length of this cavern here.
It's just spectacular though. It's very pretty.
In the international context, but it does have a lot of variety. Just show you a bit more now. Now, show you the splinter table up close and from the side. Now admire it from the rear of the cave across the full expanse of the lake pool.
Wow. Oh, that's so pretty.
Lights on his house, so it knows that you're here. And here it will want to show off to you now. It's very proud of its fiery breath, as you can imagine. There it goes. Launching the poor old suspended table. It's a bit jealous of it, I think. Dragon sees itself as the #1 cave attraction. Give you a bit of an idea of what the cave is like now without artificial lighting. So, if you just want to
Yep.
put up your camera for a little bit.
Is the bottom of the lake
Yeah.
sand or?
It's combinations of
Yep.
sand and rock and deepest part about 1 metre in the central pool area there.
Have you gone swimming in there?
So again?
Have you gone swimming in there?
No. I have seen photos in earlier, less regulated times
Yeah.
of people down here making merry, so to speak. Like standing on the suspended table, sitting down on it, standing in the pool, that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was those times have been and gone.
Mm-hmm. It's pretty cool in here, but what would the water temperature be?
Water temperature is similar to this.
Okay.
So it's about 17 in here and about 16 in the water.
Yeah.
15 to 16 in the water. It's like this all year round.
Lovely.
So yeah, summertime like day like this, it's really good.
Yeah.
You keep
winter
saying
time-
summer and it makes me laugh. Like you guys don't even know what summer is down here.
And I think you find it end up being fairly warm today down here. I think it's about 34 forecast.
Yeah.
The humidity, don't
Yeah.
have the same sort of humidity as you get in Queensland though. On your way out here, folks, you can take as much time as you like. Seating 3 different locations.
Yeah, cool. Thanks. I'll need those.
Just want to there's no rush. You can go up to the platforms and go back to the observation deck if you like.
How many times a day do you do this?
When I'm here like today, I'll do it usually 4 times. But I believe I might be getting to the coast today.
How'd you go?
Yeah, beautiful.
So, oh yeah. This is the
suspended deck. Oh. So we just walked down there, and then in there, and then back up again. So beautiful though, well worth it. That homeless men. Yep. They probably lived here their whole lives.
Other people undertaking many other activities. Please stay seated throughout the jetty, including children. Other vehicles use the jetty, so keep arms and items inside the carriage at all times.
Beautiful.
Do not open the doors or play with the door latches while we are on the train journey. We will open the doors for you at the platforms. You can pull down the blinds or let them up, but please don't let them be played with. We would like you to keep your feet on the floor and not on the seats opposite. And lastly, you can wave to all those unfortunate people who are walking and did not catch the train.
So the jetty was built in 1865 at a length of 176 metres long. Over the past years, the jetty had 9 extensions, which gives us our length we now have today of 1.84 kilometres long. It was extended to find deeper water for ships to export timber. However, as the ships became bigger, the port was then moved over to Bubbly for deeper water, as our whole bay is only about 8 to 10 metres deep. The government made a choice to close the jetty in 1973. However, this did not sit right with our locals, and they then created a Save the Jetty Fund, which was a caravan at the start of the jetty. Now they would charge people when they entered just for maintenance and upkeep of the jetty, which is what we now do today.
Scuba Steve.
The underwater observatory is a concrete cylinder 12 metres high and 9 metres deep, with more than 50 tonnes of steel reinforcement in the 250mm thick walls. Now there are 9 windows in this observatory, which are made of 100mm thick acrylic and cost a minimum of $20,000 each. The overall weight of the observatory is 550 tonnes. Now the observatory was actually built on land at Henderson Shipping Yards in Fremantle. It was then shipped to Busselton by 2 tugboats over the duration of 3 days. The observatory was then filled with seawater and sunken down to the sea floor. The observatory is held down by 12 18-metre long bolts. The underwater observatory was built at a total cost of $3.6 million and was then opened in December 2003. Now this observatory is 1 out of 6 in the whole world. However, this is the only one that reaches the sea floor.
The seagull shit all on the roof.
Oh, they're not. Are they seagulls? They're not seagulls. They look different.
They do look different.
They got longer beaks.
They got a black mohawk.
Here we are at the Busselton Jetty. Jerry. It's a bit warm.
Yeah.
Oh look, it's a sign that tells us how far away we are from Brisbane.
From everywhere. There you go. I didn't realise this was a bay. A fucking big bay.
Huge bay. 1.8 k's out to sea we are. Can't be if it's a fucking bay. How does that work? Swimming area.
There you go. So weren't you allowed to jump from up here?
Just look at how still it is and how flat. North. Rottnest Island, she said, hey.
Yeah,
Keep going.
pointing towards Rottnest.
What is that?
I know. Looks odd, doesn't it?
It must be some sort of pylon structure.
Hmm. White, but nothing to grow on it. It's a whale.
It looks like it, doesn't it?
got a tail,
Tail.
Yeah, it's definitely. I'd say it's supposed to be a.
Oh look,
What?
there's sculptures in there.
Yeah, okay.
The southern right whale, created by Alan. So at the end, there must have been something down below where we were because there was a sign there.
Okay.
Oh, that was pretty cool. Was it worth $40, babe? $40 an adult to come here,
Oh, I think so.
catch the train, and go to the underwater
It's a
observatory.
novelty. It was interesting.
Yeah, it was cool.
Very beautiful. I mean, I suppose we're fortunate that we came on such a really good day.
Yeah,
You know, it's dead still.
it's fucking hot though.
It is hot.
Needs sun cream.